Muhammad bin Qasim of Iraq was first Muslim to invade India in 712 AD. Then came Mahmud of Ghazni, Turkey's invasion. In 12th century, another group of Turkish tribe, Ghurids, came to take over. Muhammad Ghori started conquest. At that period, Prithviraj Chauhan was powerful and conflicted with Ghori, resulting in first battle of Terrain. Prithviraj was defeated in the second battle of Terrain, which led to the foundation of Muslim rule in India. Qutub Minar was built as a victory tower over the Rajputs. After Ghori's death, his slave Qutubuddin Aibak ruled Delhi. He constructed two mosques, Quwwatul Islam in Delhi, which is the first ever mosque in northern India, and Adhai Din Ka Jhopra at Ajmer. When he was a commander for Ghiyasuddin Ghori, Aibak commissioned Qutub Minar in 1199 AD. First story was completed, he died, and his successor Shamsuddin Iltutmish continued the work of his father-in-law. He added more stories. Aibak and Iltutmish both were slaves who ultimately became kings and started Delhi Sultanate. So their dynasty is called Ilbari or slave dynasty or Mamluk dynasty. Mamluk means property. Qutub Minar is located at Lal Kot, Mehrauli Qutub Minar complex in New Delhi. It is nearly 72.5 approximately tall, including the base. It is regarded as the tallest brick minaret in whole world, with 379 steps in spiral manner, made of red and grey sandstone. It is an UNESCO World Heritage Site. There are 5 stories. The first story was built during Muhammad Ghori's time by Aibak. It was commissioned by Aibak. Second story, third story and fourth story was completed by Iltutmish. But afterwards, Firoz Shah Tughlaq demolished the fourth story and made and bifurcated into 2 stories, fourth and fifth. The sixth story was added by the British but was demolished later. So ultimately we can see 5 stories. Church surrounding the Qutub Minar are Alai Darwaza, which is the main gateway from southern side of Qutub Minar, built by Alauddin. It is the entrance to Quwwatul Islam mosque. It is a combination of Islamic, Middle East, Southwestern Asian design. Qutub means pole or axis of Islam in astronomy, in Arabic also. Qutub means astronomy in Arabic. After that, Khalji dynasty came, and Khaljis ended the Turkish monopoly. Alauddin Khalji, a ferocious and powerful ruler, constructed Alai Darwaza, which is the entrance of Qutub Minar. Other structures by Alauddin are grave of Alauddin, tomb and madrasa at the same place can be seen. Other tombs are Alauddin tomb and madrasa, which is nearby Imam Jamin's mosque. There is also Alai Minar. Imam Zamim was a direct descendant of Muhammad, the Prophet, and his original name was Muhammad Ali. He belonged to the Chishti sect of Sufism. He migrated from Turkestan to Delhi during the reign of Sikandar Lodi and constructed this mosque for himself during the reign of Mughal Emperor Humayun. After his death, his remains were buried here only. The other structures surrounding the Qutub Minar are Alai Darwaza, which is the main gateway from southern side of Qutub Minar, built by Alauddin. It is the entrance to Quwwatul Islam Mosque. Here is the central courtyard of the Quwwatul Islam Mosque. Quwwatul Islam Mosque is the Qutub Mosque or the Great Mosque of Delhi. It was the first mosque in northern India built by Aibak. Only the remains exist here now. It was the pre-demolished temple citadel. Qutub Minar was built simultaneously with it. And has the iron pillar nearby. It was constructed by Chandragupta II. Due to lack of awareness, it is referred as Ashokan pillar because he wrote some instructions on it. It is nearly 23 feet 8 inch height with 41 centimeter in diameter. Metals in it have rust resistant composition, where iron ore with high content of phosphorus is mixed to prevent rusting. It was probably erected in Udaygiri caves of Madhya Pradesh and brought here by the Tomars of Rajasthan. It is placed at the center of the citadel of the mosque, which was pre-demolished large temple. Previously it was a large temple which was demolished and the mosque was made. Firod Shah Tughlaq of the Tughlaq dynasty brought 2 Ashokan pillars to Delhi. He also repaired Qutub Minar when it was struck by lightning. He also built the upper stories of Qutub Minar with cupola pillared boundary at the top. In 1505, it was again repaired by Sikandar Lodhi of Lodhi dynasty due to damage by earthquake and was renovated by British in 1828. They installed a pillared 6th story also, but was demolished later due to the restriction of aeroplane flight's height. There was a place called Jam in Afghanistan which had a similar minaret where Aibak spent his childhood. Maybe that was an inspiration. Historical facts say that Qutub Minar was built and named in honor of Iltutmish Saint Khwaja Qutubuddin Bakhtiar Kaki. Qutub Minar has many Arabic inscriptions that tell us Aibak destroying some pavilions that had existed on this site before Qutub Minar was built there, but there is no mention that he did this to raise a minar. From these inscriptions and architectures we know there were definitely Hindu temples or architectures that were reshaped or remodeled. Some myths say this minar was made for azan call, but it is impractical for a old muezzin to climb 5 stories 5 times a day for giving azan from top. Moreover, no one can hear that call properly from ground. Moreover, some Hindu architectures still remain here which should have been smashed if it was made for Muslim religious practices. Another evidence fact suggests that Qutub word does not come from Aibak's name or saint's name, but it actually means astronomy in Arabic. So it leads back to the past according to the place where it is located, that is Mehrauli, where Varahamir an astronomer under patronage of King Vikramaditya, lived in that region around 4th century BC and had a tall tower for astronomical study, surrounded by 27 pavilions for 27 constellations of Hindu zodiac signs. The entry inside the Qutub Minar was allowed many years ago, but now it is stopped due to several accidents that took place earlier. It was the pre-demolished temple citadel. Qutub Minar was built simultaneously with it. There are intricate stone carvings on its columns of its complex. Before selecting this site for construction of mosque, it had been a Hindu temple as per Ibn Battuta, the 14th century Arab traveller. So during that time, the pillar might have existed as astronomical tower. The Qutub Minar might have existed as an astronomical tower. It is just a myth, no one knows the history properly. It has a raised and paved courtyard surrounded by pillared cloisters. Entrances to courtyard uses ornate mandap-shaped domes from temples which were used as prayers. It contains indigenous corbelled arches, floral motifs, geometric patterns which trace back to the Hindu architecture. So nearly 27 temples were demolished and then the Islamic architectures were started to build. The main citadel or the pavement, which surrounds many pillars, is the main area of the pre-demolished Hindu temple where the Quwwat Islam mosque was constructed. Along its side only, the Qutub Minar was also constructed. There are other structures also. Tombs of Iltutmish. The main cenotaph is in white marble. So history is twisted because records are lost, history is not clear, linear pattern is not followed. It is rewritten by the winners only and manipulated by the record keepers with second-hand knowledge, third-hand knowledge and so on. So it's up to the monuments to describe the actual history, where from the exact decipheration may be possible. This complex show the actual remains or ruins which are renovated at minimum so that the real feel of the past can be experienced from here. It contains lots of intricate carvings and inscriptions from where it is up to humankind to decipher the actual history. This complex looks beautiful both at the daytime and the night time. It is more illuminated at the night time to have a watch at these intricate designs. Tombs of Iltutmish. The main cenotaph is in white marble. There is the interior west wall, which has a prayer structure which is called mihrab, which is decorated with white marble. As per the records from Tariq-i-Ilahi by Amir Khusro, Alauddin's contemporary, Alauddin had ambitions to raise a rival minaret taller than Qutub Minar, double the diameter and double the height, but it never happened because Alauddin commissioned the work in 1311 AD and died in 1316, so the work stopped. So Alai Minar awkwardly stands up to the first story only. Qutub Minar is located in South Delhi at a far distance from the main city of New Delhi. Nearest metro station is Qutub Minar metro station on the yellow line. It has nearly 15-kilometer distance that takes 40 minutes from New Delhi railway station by a cab. Tickets can be purchased online or offline. Online tickets are Rs 35 per head for Indians and Rs 40 per head, whereas for foreigners it is nearly Rs 550. It is open from 7 am to 8 pm. So Qutub Minar is not just a tourist spot for visual delight, it also embarks on a historic journey of the medieval period.